Welcome, brothers and sisters. That last video was a little bit, all over the place. So I'm going to try to be a little bit more concise in this video because I really need us to understand certain things. I see people living off the strength of black men. This entire society is built off of living off the strength of other men. When those old people, when people get old, they get a lot wiser. They no longer use their physical strength to make things happen because they're old and feeble. They got back problems, health problems, anything. But they get wiser mentally. And they look out into the world and they say, look at all of these dumb people. I'm going to use their strength to get what I want. I'm going to use their creativity, their strength, and I'm going to profit from it. It's not as if they're trying to teach you how to do anything. It's not as if they're going to teach you to start your own business. No, they're going to teach you they're going to dumb you down so that all you are is a wage slave. A walking, talking wage slave that they can benefit from. This entire society looks at other people as commodities that they can use to get wealthy, to get rich. But you gotta keep these people just dumb enough to go along with it. It takes years. It takes damn near half a century to implant these thoughts into people's heads. You gotta look at the agendas that they're pushing today and think of what they're trying to do 10 or 20 years from now. Why are they pushing certain agendas? Like when they was pushing this whole get your education, get your, you got to get your degree. And not only did they push that degree, they removed the trades out of the schools. Now this is something that I've been talking about forever on this channel. So it's not so I don't want to hear nobody saying, "Oh, you sound like somebody else." No, I've been telling people that. I've been asking the right questions. How you going to have a successful black community when nobody knows how to build shit? And the people who do know how to build shit, they're not passing it down to the younger generation. That's why these Negroes are standing in front of the corner store, hapless and stupid, getting high, getting drunk. But as I stated, when they sold us that education piece, you gotta get your degree. Because see, when you got a degree, you go get that degree, that ensures that you have $30, $40, $50, $60, $100,000 in student loan debt, and you're going to be looking for the first person who can help you get that debt up off you. You know, the student loan, when you have student loans, they can garnish your wages. You know, they can garnish your wages, man. They can garnish your income tax check. So they put you in a state of debtedness. And then they came with these weird credentials. Like, you got to have this certain credential. Now, since women are lazy as hell, most of them, they're lazy as hell and they're not going to build, they went along with it. And not only did they, because it's all about her ego. It's all about feeding her ego. You know, where you can make her feel like she's equal to a man in certain settings. So she's equal to a man in the corporate office where everybody's pushing around paperwork. But when it comes down to building anything, you can't be equal to a man in that regard. When it comes down to putting your ass into something, you're not going to be equal to a man in that regard. You don't have his strength. You don't have his stamina. You know? But this society has convinced everyone that having a degree is the way you should go. Having a piece of paper in your hands. That's what you need to get. You need to get that piece of paper. I never seen somebody who was so enamored by a $120,000 piece of paper. You know, now that you have this $100,000 piece of paper, you must now go out into the world and pay off that $100,000 piece of paper, man. You know, you got to pay that off, which means that you're going to be looking for the first job, because them Sally Mae people and them the Freddie Mac, whoever they are, they not playing. They not playing. They want that money. And this is a con game that they've run on the entire United States. See, they get to build up their kingdom when we are sitting out here being stupid, you know, putting down the men, neglecting the boys, neglecting them. You know, the very strength of a community is the men. Even in the tore up black enclaves with Ray Ray and Pookie is tearing up the neighborhood, strength still prevails. There's still the strength in that community. You know, women look to them for protection. They look to them for resources. You know, they look to them for some weird type of companionship. You know, female worship, companionship. You know, this is what the black community is all about. We've been played. We've been suckered. We've been conned. We've been hoodwinked. We've been bamboozled into wanting things that are not important. You know, caring about things that are not important. You know, you women will never change. These women out here, they will never change, man. They will never change. They will never change. I'm telling you, they will never change. Except for when the Most High comes, then they'll change. Because guess what? I don't know what y'all thought. I think a lot of people think that the Most High is gonna come with some roses and candy and stuff like that, and forgiving everybody, and oh yeah, I'll forgive you, you so dumb. Here goes some candy. No. Our God is a God of war, and he coming for vengeance on that ass. So why y'all sitting around thinking everything is cool, doing all that dumb shit? It's all good. I'm not gonna say nothing about it, man. I'm not gonna even go down that damn road. See, this society has convinced us to get jobs while they start businesses. Who benefits more? The man with the business or the man with the job? Look at the black community. No businesses. Just a bunch of people with jobs. And they walk around calling themselves high value. You niggas are not high value. What makes a man is his ability to work with other men, to lead, and to get men to move forward. And, to inspire men to do the right thing, man. That's very hard, man. But, especially for black men, black men have grown lazy. Black men have become slaves. Black men have never stopped being slaves in this society. Everybody uses the black man for their own benefit. They use you Negroes because you just that dumb. Black men are just that dumb that they allow everybody to abuse them and use them. Whether it's women, you just look at that show, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Every black woman should be watching that show. Every black woman should have her fucking eyes glued to that show, because those women took the strength of a man and they leveraged it into their own billion-dollar empires. Kim Kardashian wasn't making no fucking money before she got with Kanye West. That other Kardashian, whoever she is, she wasn't making shit till she got with that dude Tristan Thompson, or the multitude of other black men that these women sleep with. See, these women went out there, got a black man, and leveraged his strength to build their own empires. Now that they're done with these Negroes, now that they've made billions, they're gonna toss these dumbass niggas back to where they belong. Like, hey, I'm not happy anymore. I'm no longer happy. I'm not happy. He need a woman that can do all of that, because I don't have time. I got my own shit going on right now. She had that agenda the whole time. She just saw Kanye and she saw him going somewhere. But all you dumbass black females, y'all should learn from that, man. Not learn how to do the wickedness that they've done, but you see how they were able to take the strength of the men that you reject and leverage that shit into billion-dollar empires for themselves. While y'all sitting around talking about how niggas ain't shit. You got venture capitalists, you got billion-dollar corporations that see the potential in black men to make themselves wealthy, to make themselves rich. Black women don't see that. Black women don't see how she can get with a man, get with the right man. Because, in the black community, those men are rejected. Like, black women are not going to even compete. They're not going to even try to compete. Like, when the white woman sees that black man is about to come up, she's right there. She's in the midst of him. She's standing right. I used to work at the convention center. So when they having the NFL combine, they used to have the NFL combine up there, and I would see those white women up there standing around, like, fine as hell white women, fine as hell, thick, juicy, all that, for white women, fine as hell, standing up there, in droves, just waiting, because they said, I'm gonna get me one of these dudes. But what I didn't see is any black women, because black women, they think they all that. They're like, that's just some nigger, that's just some black, that's just some black man. He ain't shit. Niggas ain't shit. Why, if niggas ain't shit, why are all these people trying to use them for their own benefit? Why are all these companies heavily invested? I'm talking about billion-dollar corporations heavily invested in a black man's strength. They don't have the strength. They don't have the talent. They ain't got shit on these men. They can't do anything in life but sit around and wait and scheme and plot. When you taking your son, dropping him off at the basketball game, there are a lot of people in those fucking stands, and they're watching your son. You don't see the damn potential in your own son, but other people see all kind of dollar signs. See, like I said, when I used to work the Columbine, where all the football players, come up there and they look like slaves. I used to hate that damn show, because that shit is like, if anything is gonna remind you of slavery, that shit will. You got black men running hurdles and shit like that. And a bunch of white men sitting around, taking notes and shit like, yeah, we gonna get him. We gonna get him on our team. Black men running fast as fuck, hopping over fucking fences and shit like that. Go running through tires and shit like that. And a bunch of white dudes with no fucking talent at all, sitting around with their notebooks watching this shit go down. If you ever heard of the auction blocks, that they used to have, that they were selling black men on, that shit right there, that shit is gonna remind you of that. The NFL Combine is like being at a slave auction. It's just a lot fancier. It's a lot fancier slave auction. But what I do see is I see a bunch of white women just straggling around, fine as hell, thick, juicy. The finest white chicks you ever seen in your damn life, and they all up there. They all walking around. They're walking around like little it looks like a prostitution ring. That's what it looked like. That's what it used to look like. It's like they're walking around, they're dressed fine as hell. They're all up in the mix. What I don't see is black women anywhere to be found. Black women are not refusing to compete for their own men. In fact, the men that have the most potential, those are the men she rejects. And when you've been rejecting men for 40 or 50 years, don't expect them to be, ready to embrace you all of a sudden. A man's third eye starts opening up. But she think her pussy is gonna be, her vagina is gonna circumvent that. Just because she got a vagina. Guess what? Them white dudes are investing a whole lot of money in those black men. They're not gonna allow him to be with. They're gonna try their best to make sure he ain't with no black woman. Cause that's what they do. They're gonna try to make sure that he don't get with no black woman. Cause they already know what you women are about, and you women are gonna destroy that man. And they ain't gonna be able to make money off of him anymore. So they always gonna push them white women at him, because at least those, the white women, they're not any better, but they know how to shut the fuck up long enough to allow this man to get his money. After that, they'll divorce him. After that, they'll divorce. After he gets all his money and she pop out a few of his babies, then she'll be like, oh, I'm not happy no more. I'm just not happy. Oh, I'm not happy anymore. I'm not happy. He needs somebody better than me. He needs a wife that really cares about him and will be there for him, because I got better shit to do. I have his babies though, and I'm gonna take half of everything he owns, but everything he works hard for, because everybody got their hand out when it comes to black men. Now nobody's telling you to get with a black man for the purposes of stealing from him and breaking up families. Nobody's telling you to get with him for that reason. But I just want you to watch. Because it's like the very men that you reject, the very men that you said wasn't shit, the very men that you ignore, the very men that you think you too good to compete for, everybody else is competing for them. The whole world is competing for them. Except for you, because you too busy thinking your damn education means something to someone. You think look at your fucking situation. You walking around with hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loan debt, and you mad at the fucking world when you had the ability to compete. Yeah, those women was up there. You felt like, I'm not gonna degrade myself by going over there. Who the fuck do you think you are? You're not gonna degrade yourself. Okay, well, that's another black man lost. Another black man lost in this fucking sauce. You notice how when the black father's around, these people are very apprehensive when the black father's around. When they figure out that male child has a black father, they do all kinds of wicked shit. I was looking at the NFL, the NBA's they have this black fathers group in the NBA, and those dudes just sit around and tell stories about how those men used to try to call their houses, and when the father picked up the phone, they would be like, oh, we want to talk about your son and blah blah blah, but they'd be like, well, let me call you back later. And then what they'll try to do is find out when the father was not going to be there, so they can go directly to the mother. Because they know that y'all are ignorant. They know that you're dumb. They know that you can easily be bought and sold. If I could get that talent, if I could get that black man's talent and pay only $10 million when I was willing to pay over $30 million for that talent. But as long as I'm dealing with a single mother, broke ass individual, welfare queen ass female, I know that I could get over on her. I know that I could give her a car and talk about some millions. I mean, I could get your son millions. Your son is talented. I can get him millions. I can get him millions. I can get him millions. This is what you wanted. You didn't need any men. You were independent. You were strong. You were educated. You could raise children by yourself. And this is the situation that we find ourselves in. No businesses in the black community. No businesses. And even when a black man tries to put a business in his own community, the dumb, jealous niggas that you raised are trying to kill him, want to kill him and take him out. Because they don't see the potential. They don't see how, they don't even think how to leverage. They don't think from a venture capitalist perspective. If one black man has a great restaurant or great soul food restaurant, and it's just off the chain, because there's a lot of black men who know how to cook like a mug. And do you women say, okay, or do your son say, hey, you know what? If he built that restaurant, we should approach him on some franchise shit. You know what I mean? We could franchise this restaurant. This franchise could be in every single black community. Do black men say that? No. Black men say, oh, the niggas you raised say, oh, we gonna rob that nigga. That nigga making bank in that restaurant. We gonna rob that nigga. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Those are the Most High's words, not mine. But like I said, man, the black man is the only one who is none the wiser. The black man is the only one who's none the wiser in this regard. I mean, regarding the fact that everybody is trying to use the black man for their own fucking benefits, man. A bunch of talentless ass, weak ass individual, punk bitch ass individuals. And you women do it too. A lot of you women, y'all can't even get a decent black man. You're not compatible in any way, shape, or form. Your ass is not compatible, man. So as soon as you enter the relationship, you already got some shit in the back of your head. You don't have the thing where I'm gonna fall in line, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to maintain this relationship, and then I'm gonna leverage that legacy that he's building. Sort of like the Kardashians did. They got makeup brands, clothing lines, fashion lines, they got it all, man. What do you bitches got? A fucking piece of paper with $100,000 to $200,000 in debt. You're overweight. When you were in your prime, you wasn't bothering with them niggas. I'm too good. I ain't settling down. I'm doing me. I'm living my best life. I'm making it rain. I'm about that bag. Y'all are really making shit happen out here, huh? People need to follow you. People need to listen to you. Those are your words. People need to listen to you. Listen to black women. You motherfuckers are the dumbest group of smart people that I know. Listen to us. For what? What I mean, show me what y'all have done in the past 50 years besides push feminist ideology on your children. How has it made us better? The only reason that black men are making shit happen today is because they've ignored your ass. I made a video a long time ago telling you brothers that when one of these failures doesn't choose you, man, you got off scot free, man. You do not want these women to choose you. You do not want these women choosing you because it's always on some bullshit. There's no genuine reason why they're choosing you other than you got some resources or what you can do for them. It's not about family. It's not because she love you so much, you so cute, you so tall, or whatever goofy shit that you telling yourself in the mirror. I'm the man. You guys' life messed up, bro. You really don't get it. But what like I said, man, the black man is the only one that's none the wiser in this situation, as everybody sees all of his potential. Everybody sees all of his talent and how they can use it. They prevented you people from getting homes. They prevented you people from getting land. They prevented why everything is about preventing black men from doing something. Because that's how damn great you Negroes are. That's how great you are. Too bad you come through the damn. Too bad that you come through the receptacle of some of these women. Do you know how many men a lot of these women that had up inside of them? God, and black men and black male children got to come through this receptacle. This shit is disgusting, man. It's a shame, man. It is a shame. Black men have to buy their parents' homes. But black men, a lot of black men are none the wiser in this regard, man. They're none the wiser. We got to stand up, and we gotta begin to take back all the things that were stolen from us and protect it. See, nobody wants that smoke. They don't really. They want to kill. They want to shoot little random black dudes. They want to shoot little people but they don't want that smoke. When the black man rise up, don't nobody want that damn smoke, man. You don't see where's all the people at? Where's all the bigots and the racists and shit when all these black people out here tearing shit up? You don't see these motherfuckers. You're like, oh. They get in their cars trying to run people over. They ain't out on the street. They got their guns. They strapped up. They don't want that fucking smoke. They gotta have something. They gotta have some type of advantage. Why? What you need an advantage for, man? There must be something about that damn black man. It must be something about him that everybody, this entire society functions, and this entire economy runs on black men, whether it's in the music industry, whether it's in the prison industry, whether it's, none of this shit even matters if it wasn't for black men. None of it even matters. We probably wouldn't even be doing most of the dumb shit we doing if it wasn't for black men. But the question is, why? What is it about you Negroes? What is it about you, man? LeVar Ball, he did it a little bit differently, man. He brought his greatness through he brought his greatness through a different receptacle. And he protected his sons. He still protected his sons. And that's a father, man. Black women don't want fathers. They can raise children by themselves. They don't really need no fathers in the home. A father is there to protect the children. And a lot of times it's not to protect them from the world, it's to protect them from themselves. I see a lot of black kids just out here doing whatever. No care in the world. If they thought for a second that their father was in the house or something, or their father was around, or daddy gonna be home later, they probably think twice or three times before they did half the shit they out here doing. Ain't gonna be no drug dealing. Ain't gonna be none of that thuggery, coonery. Ain't gonna be none of that shit if you thought for a second that daddy was gonna be home when your punk ass got there walking around with your pants off your ass. That shit wouldn't happen, man. But black women don't need men. So don't give them any. I love black women. Love them to death. I give black women chances, man. I give them enough rope to hang themselves. They do it all day long. That's a hard thing. That's a hard thing because you just see them hanging themselves over and over and over again because they only give a damn about themselves. You had those damn children only so you could be comfortable, only so you can get welfare, you can get food stamps. You didn't have them fucking kids because you was trying to build some family with some dude, or you probably had those children so you could because you thought you was gonna be able to lock some dude or keep him or attach yourself to some male. It wasn't because you loved them. It wasn't because you cared about them so damn much. You were nothing but a slave producer. Most of you are nothing but slave producers. You produce new slaves for the system. Anyway, want to say peace. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you think. Get on the 5 steps and adopt the moral code.